Greetings, fellow peasants of Yodaville, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Norland, Episode 9, Passing. Oh boy, lots going on. So, there is a rebellion in Dust Valley. And I'm going to have you guys choose who to support. So, let's see what's going on. The Dust King... This is a little awkward, because Kleb desperately wants to see the Dust King. But an heir has low loyalty to her father? His? Let me check. I'm not sure which. The heir is female. So the heir has low loyalty to her father, and is inciting a rebellion against her father, the Dust King. And I can either support the Dust King or support the heir. And then also at the same time, bandits are threatening to plunder Wind Peak, and they are asking for support to be able to defend their kingdom. Which is funny because Wind Peak's king is visiting me right now. So... the request for assistance would be sending military aid, and the request for protection from the rebellion would be sending military aid. So, I have to pick what the hell to do. What military aid do I prioritize? Because I have literally 2 places to be in one army. So we can do Dust Valley or Wind Peak, and I'll have you pick that first. So again, Wind Peak is being threatened by bandits. I'm not even sure what bandits are threatening, because I don't see any bandit camps nearby. Hypothetically, this forest of bandit camps, but they're pretty far away. Yeah, that is all sorts of messy. All sorts of messy. And I think the Rhadamant fever, or the yellow... I don't know if the Rhadamant fever was over, but the yellow chitin nectar addicts are done. So the disaster for the nectar addicts has been ended. Our caravaners say that the black shadow of calamity has receded. I hope all your loved ones are alive and well, but I'm afraid this is not the last trial that Mother Sophia sends for our sins. With tenderness in my heart, the matriarch. So I no longer will have swarms of chitin addicts clamoring into my grounds. So it looks like you guys want me to do the Wind Peak one first. Forest bandits in the province have become so audacious they are planning to plunder the city. So sending aid. We'll send inverted sheep. With warriors. And I'll use my... Oh, so you know, I don't have good weapons. I might want to wait until I have access to better weapons. Basically, my spears and maces broke on the stupid wolves that I fought. And I'm going to want to buy more melee weapons, because I don't have the capacity to make them yet. Is this the army? No, they're attacking Treewood. Okay. So I'm gonna do some risky things here. One... Oh, I can't even... Club can't even walk. I don't know how long it will be until the caravan arrives. So I might support Wind Peak now, even though I don't really have the right weapons for it. At least they have high levels of skills. Is the Rebellious Daughter on my map right now? No, she is not. Alright, so request for assistance, sending aid, inverted sheep, heading on out. Could I just murder her? I could, but the event itself requires me to protect against rebellion. If I just try to assassinate her, because she's my ally, I can't do that. So my options are fairly limited as a result. Alright, on the main tab in the trait section, you can see the current stage of the disease. So I will be cleared of rutabaga fever in 14 hours. And having access to medical salve would improve my odds, but the caravan hasn't really come in for that yet. The font color and the day is crap. Can't see gray on gray. I know. I've already vocalized that complaint once. It is really bad. Backward Runner reached Averen's level in all skills. So Backward Runner is no longer being educated by her. So I can educate Backward Runner through economy with Kleb, because Kleb has particularly high trade and management skills. So now Backward Runner is being educated by the other parent. Alright, request for assistance. The forest bandits in the province have become so audacious. So yeah, we offered assistance. And now we're just stationed in Wing Peak, ready to defend them against the forest bandits that are coming. I don't even physically see where the forest bandit camp is originating from, so it's just like a waiting game of reinforcing them until they arrive. So it's a, if I can't get I don't know if I've been treated yet for it. But it's a 50-50 shot if I don't get treatment. And I haven't had a trade caravan come in order to buy medical salve, so the Holy Caravan's been taking a sweet time. Oh, God. Oh, okay, no. That's reinforcements from Moonlake. I misread that. I thought it was 19 soldiers coming into Wind Peak, where I'm defending with my like, 7. That would have been bad. Sorry, Dust Valley. chat voted to defend Windpeak, so I don't know what's going to go on with that revolution there. Kleb has died. He did not survive the rutabaga fever, and has passed away, and the crown has passed to Avaren as a result. Oh, and the bishop died too. Double death. Now, one of the biggest penalties to that is I don't really have anyone managing anything anymore. So Avaren has quite a lot to shoulder. There's also some unknown unknown knowledge now, as that knowledge hasn't been passed on. Yeah, losing a coin flip like that is rough. And it's too bad that I wasn't able to get the Braised Rutabaga learned in time. It is 76% done being learned, which would have stopped it from being potentially fatal. But that's just RNG. Alright, Forest Bandits are also in my lands. Oh man, so Windpeak, could you wrap up the whole, like, you need my help? Because I need to defend myself. Alright, in terms of, management, everything's going to be landing on Avaren's shoulders, and that's... Oh, wrong person. That sucks, because she's not a very good manager. But soon, her two kids will be of, helpful age, which should help out a lot. So we're going to have a huge economic downturn as a result of most of our industries being essentially mismanaged for the time being. Moonlake was attacked by Starstream. Moonlake renounced their vassalage to Moonlake. And what? So Moonlake is now independent? Oh, interesting. But won't join the alliance because they hate Starstream. If I could improve the relationship between those two, I could expand the alliance, but, you know, there's a lot else going on right now with the death of Kleb. So, it's not like I'm about to take on big tasks like that, at least not yet. That Kaiden... Actually, that Kaiden was, I don't think... Were they a Nectar Addict? If they are, I'm going to execute them. If they aren't, I'm going to leave them and just persecute them. Because there's a bit of a benefit leaving them in, like, perpetual persecution. No, they're a Nectar Addict. Okay. So, Avaren, you have to take up the axe. Your late husband's axe. And also, the battle between me and the, Okay, I could just auto-resolve, but I'm going to battle it on the map. So this is Inverted Sheep's defense of an ally. I'm just going to stand behind the ally and, like, launch arrows. Easy peasy fight. It was nothing. And they're going to be happy that I came to the defense. But they don't have a particularly high opinion of Avaren, which is unfortunate. Okay, and now we learn Braised Rutabaga. That was not good timing. Alright, let's learn Hopfield with Colin. So one of the other problems is the Hopfield, because no one has working knowledge of it, lost knowledge like that becomes a problem. So Avaren's... As much as I would like to start trade agreements again, Avaren needs to go around and issue instructions to all of the facilities that she just inherited. Fertilize correctly just got learned. Good. Let's learn cooking meat. What age does the son take the throne? We'll get there. You don't just by default take the throne. You sort of designate your heir apparents. So never would be the answer right now, and it will be up to me to elevate them when they're of age. So between fertilized correctly and correct cutting, our wood usage for agriculture has been decreased tremendously, which was really nice. That's going to be really helpful. And then we have a brand new bishop. So this brand new bishop is going to be raffled off. Our relationship with the last bishop was not very good, so it was a little bit of a benefit that he died. Because he might end up with a better relationship with Ivaren than what was previously the case. Alright, the squad returned from the fight. I don't think that they're wounded really at all. So I want to go out to the Camp of Forest Bandits pretty soon to neutralize them so that I don't have bandit camps active. But first, the funeral. Pleb and Roy's funeral. I'm a Vortis. Thank you for the resub. And I just pasted in the information about the game. For future reference, if you ever have a question about any games I play, the About command will answer that. Alright, so economically we're breaking about even. One of the Rhadamant fields is going to need to be revitalized. Despite the fact that we lost our king, things are relatively stable. Colon is 15 years old, and Backward Runner 12. Oh, I think the Vagabond just got murdered. I was going to mask a shame the Vagabond, but I just saw them burn up. In fact, we don't even need an altar anymore. Let me just delete the altar. It's redundant. Right. The current priority is stabilize the kingdom. I'm not really ready to take on other lofty goals at the moment. We have banditry going on and a rebellion going on. And then trade agreements that lapsed. So there's a lot of other things that need to happen before I take on bigger goals. And the caravans have really neglected me. I have not been visited in quite some time. Come on, Holy Caravan, where are you? Alright, the other thing I could do, I think I will, is who to support. Who to support in the Dust Kingdom. Or in Dust Valley. King or daughter? Quick little poll there. Now, in terms of relationship, my relationship to the king is -4 neutral, and relationship to the daughter is neutral. The daughter is a gambling addict, monogamous commander, and the king is a devout, lustful trader, scholar. And you guys can pick. Either way, they have pretty sizable army. I don't know about the daughter's army. Okay, the support for the daughter is about 50% of the warriors. Got it. That answers some of those questions. All right. We're going to go with the daughter. And the new bishop's name is Zenico. And let's hope you have a better relationship with our kingdom than the last one, who was kind of at odds with us. So Averan can't even move because she's like late-stage pregnancy. Starstream wants someone assassinated. Dust Valley has a lord ready to leave. Oh. That's awkward. There's even... Okay. There's a lot going on in Dust Valley. They're in more turmoil than I am, and I had my king die. So, big yikes. Alright, I was hoping to be visited by the caravan and to re-up my arms and armor before supporting... Going over to the, going over to my neighbor and supporting one or the other. Also, it's going to be really awkward to have a coronation of Averan, given that she can't stand up. I'm not really sure what's going to happen there. Because she's, pregnancy incapacitated. Start brewing beer? Oh, yeah, actually, yes, I should do that. So, I need someone to learn hops. I think... Oh, we are in the process. So yeah, I'll start brewing beer as soon as Colin learns how to do it. I'm really curious about this coronation. I've never had a coronated, queen who can't stand up. So, do we pile into the Lord's room? I'm not sure what will happen. We're about to find out. I do have enough wood now for some better housing. Because we had a little bit of homelessness, so maybe I'll work to solve some of that homelessness. Maybe put a dorm here. Did they have wheelchairs? I don't think so. Alright, here's the coronation. I think. It doesn't seem to be happening. But hops, field, and beer just got learned, and cooking meat just got learned. So let's continue learning. So coal furnace will be learned by Colin. And... scaffold learned by Backroad Runner. And now that I have the Hopsfield beer, I can start making beer, which is the preferred drink. Well, there's 3 tiers of stuff, right? So you have rutabaga as the lowest tier food. You've got You got beer. Then you have, so as far as food goes, then you have flour is the medium tier and mead is the high tier. And then for alcohol, you have moonshine, beer, and flavorful ale. So beer is like the acceptable. It's on the same tier as flour. And finally, the trader showed up. The problem is, I don't know if anyone can physically trade. Because Avaran can't exactly move. So we're in a bit of a pickle here. As she is... Oh! She got up! And she just had a healthy baby... girl. So, you, my little one, are going to be unnamed. And we're going to... I just had one raffle, so this new one is going to be Moro. There we go. Alright, Ava ran out to the trade. So I was looking to buy weapons so that I can better equip my my army for the battle to come. So I'll buy 3 spears, 2 maces. And then let's go ahead and sell some moonshine and rutabaga to cover the cost. And then maybe some herbs as well. I have 2 temple books. I don't know where these temple books keep coming from, but I'll sell one of the temple books. And then there's really not any books that I'm eager to buy at the moment. Maybe Fighting Drought, as the rutabaga fever really walloped me. Possibly the drought will wallop me. That's a lot of gold. Oh, and buy salve. Yeah, true. Because that would have helped. They only had 1 for sale, but that would have helped a lot. So here's the coronation. And then I'm going to have a lot of work to do. I have to build up trade. I have to build up my relationship with the other foreign leaders. You know, just so much stuff to juggle. And then also to support the daughter in the rebellion. So let's do that first. Army. Inverted sheep. With all my warriors. And we're going to be melee exclusively. And we'll go rally to the Dust Queen, I guess. The Dust Queen's side. What's useful about this, I will say, is that backing any one leader, it doesn't really matter who, allows us to have a pretty decent relationship starting off, because relationships effectively are back to square zero with the foreign leaders, because it was Klep that had the relationship with them, not Avaran. So now Avaran has to build up a relationship with the foreign leaders in order to establish trade again, because trade has been dissolved as a result. It would also be good to have peace treaties. Peace treaties is really good. It's expensive, but it's a really good start to build up foreign relations with them as well. Also, what they buy is different. So Windpeak is buying spears, Dust Valley is buying nectar, and Starstream is buying ale. So I don't even have the goods to necessarily be able to sell them now. I would have to start learning how to make those things if we want a trade agreement. Yeah, it's even worse than 0 because they're women haters. Yep. Oh, also, Baby Moro, you are going to be educated by me. But Backroad Runner, I don't think there's anything for me to educate you on. No, I can't educate you. You've learned everything possible from Avaran. So, you're going to have to educate yourself. But let's try to have a good relationship, all the same. Heirs Rebellion. Your forces have arrived as reinforcements for a Tenara and will remain in the city for 3 days until the first battle. The matriarch does not approve of this, and now I have a conflict with an ally. Noble ruler Averin, at long last, my time has come. I am now the king, indeed, without your assistance. I would have faltered, but then, that is what neighbors are for, correct? So, Atanara became the new king, and the Dust King was defeated. No one died, but 4 soldiers were killed. And a member of my alliance, the Wind King, has serious disagreements with my ruler, as a result of my interference here, that you guys voted on, mind you. So, no longer will they consider as part of the alliance. So what I want to do here is immediately peace treaty with them to try to rebuild up my relationship with them so that I can reincorporate them into the alliance. And then my relationship with Starstream is also faltering a bit, and I'll probably need to build up an alliance with them as well. I am going to quickly reboot the game, because things are getting a little sluggish, and I want to give it a reboot, because I've been streaming for about 5 hours now. Figured it's about time. So give me 1 second. But yeah, backing an upstart comes with its own consequences, and now we have to deal with those consequences of deciding to back the daughter and overthrow the Dust King. It's interesting, you know, and I should have maybe told you about the consequences of it, but I'm glad that you guys voted without that influence, because it can make for a more interesting story, especially given that a lot of the male leaders are a bit misogynistic towards a female queen. So backing another queen has its benefits. To say, hey, well, at least she won't be prejudiced against our new leader, given that Klep died. So my relationship with Dust Valley is 23. It's almost enough to start a new trade agreement. Not that I have nectar to sell. So then I'm just trying to repair my relationship with Wind Peak. So repair a relationship with allies is the current goal. Backward Runner is not learning, but no one is even capable of teaching Backward Runner. Actually, that's not true. I could, hypothetically, have, like, a guest be paid in, like, money or rings to tutor him, but I don't think that's worth it. Another thing what I'm going to do is instead of my soldiers... Well, are they wounded? I'm going to have them head home, reassess their wounds, and then redeploy them out if they're not wounded to the camp of forest bandits. I need to figure out if they're wounded first, though. So, Wind King and you have entered into a sacred peace treaty. Okay, so that is on the way to fixing our relationship with Wind Peak. It's certainly not enough, but it's now neutral. And then I can do the same... let's see. Before we do anything else, I'm going to spend some time with them as well, because I'm already out here. And I'm curious if my military is big enough... Uh-oh. Oh, well, this is perfect. So, Wind King and Star King are at odds with one another? Oh, you know, but I don't want to take sides right now, because they're not part of my alliance. So, let's see. Politics... They are an ally of Yodaville. So, yeah, they are in the alliance now. So, taking a look at... So, there's a conflict between our neighbors. Wind Peak and Starstream are at odds with one another. And I have to pick a side. Picking neither side, my relationship with both goes -9. And picking one side, it goes up 12, down 12. Who to back in the conflict? Wind Peak or Starstream? And you guys can choose who to back as a quick poll. And either way, I'm going to form a peace treaty with Starstream 2. So no matter who I back, the other one won't hate me for it, which is what I'm hoping to avoid. And I might want to talk up the other leaders so they can mend their schism. And that way the alliance between our 4 provinces doesn't fall apart. So my relationship with Impeak now is a little bit positive, which is good. Same with Dust Valley. 24. And then I'm repairing it with Starstream. So now it's +7 with Starstream. You guys want me to side with Windpeak by tiny margin, so we'll do that. Conflict between neighbors, support the Wind King. I don't think Starstream's going to be that happy about it. Yeah, but, oh well. That's what you voted on by tiny margin. And I learned Scaffold. Cool. Let's learn... Correct cutting. The Star King wants... Wow, they want one of their own to be assassinated? So the Star King is calling for her to be assassinated, who is a mentally impaired commander. Yikes. I'm definitely not going to help them kill their own. No thanks. Alright, and there's a lot of problems that arose. Not enough wood. Backroad runner's not learning, but there's no one that could be learned. Books are not being studied. By whom? I think that is in error. You have unread books. Oh yeah, okay, no, that's true. Because Fighting Drought is not being learned. Alright. Let's have you learn that instead. Backroad. I don't think that was the complaint, but still. Might as well have all knowledge be known. Thank you for tuning in to Norland, which originally streamed live on Twitch as a marathon August 17th and August 18th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind that this episode was cut from a marathon, meaning that feedback cannot be incorporated. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams, and if you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Varn.